All right, Tiana here. Here is episode 1 of 30 Things I Wish I Knew When I Started in Business. So, the number one thing that I wish I knew was to really focus on my self-worth, what I can bring to the table, and my boundaries in business. And what I mean by this is to make this really applicable is I wish I had written down like exactly what my offerings were. And I do websites, for example, and even when I started and I did design, and what I would do when I first started is clients would come to me, they'd be like, can you do this thing? Can you do that thing? If I take this thing off the invoice, can you pay me less money? So number one is I don't have clients like that anymore because I'm very clear about what I offer and what I charge. So when I'm about to talk about the way certain clients treated me, I don't even attract those kind of clients into my circle anymore because of the work I've done to up-level my vibration, so to speak, okay? So I'm not approaching this from a he did this, she did this. That did happen, but I take ownership always, and this is a part of something I wish I knew, that I am not a victim and that I don't choose to work with people who would even ask me those questions, would treat me that way. So this thing is like falling down, so we're gonna try it again. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so totally different angle, isn't it great? Okay, so hopefully by the time it's over, it's just above my head. Okay, so moving forward on that, to give you what I did and what I do now, because I try to give examples here so that somebody who's watching this has like actual applicable. I could say like, charge your worth, believe in yourself, work on your mindset. Yeah, do those things. But here's how it was affecting me and here's how it's different now. So back then, because I didn't have a clear menu. So I would kind of do things off menu. It's like if I knew how to design, if somebody said, like one time there was a lady, she owned a KOA, which is a campsite thing, and she wanted me to design her this map. Man, this lady was truly a nightmare to work with. Nothing I did made her happy. And I did an amazing job. I think that map took me 20, 30 hours, and I think she only paid me $150. So if you add that up, I probably only got paid $1 an hour, if that, by the time this thing was done. And she still wasn't happy. And I was like, wow. And I remember thinking, and this was over a decade ago at this point, like, I did all that work and it didn't make her happy. And you'd think that I would start to understand, but I grew up being a people pleaser. I grew up like nobody was happy around, like no matter what I did in my family, like it wasn't good enough. So why I'm sharing this with you is I've seen this come up with my own clients where they essentially try to undercut themselves and their finances like I used to make someone else happy. So let me tell you, fellow entrepreneur, you will never be able to make anybody else happy. It's not your job to make them happy, and no, the customer is not always right. So what you can do is show up and deliver the work you said you were going to do in a detailed invoice. And that's what's really going to help people move forward with you, because one, you're going to keep your commitments. Okay. So back to this whole thing. I wish I used to say, you know what, I could do that for you, but here's how much extra it's going to charge you. Because what clients would say is, oh, could you just do a business card? Could you just do a postcard? This year even, I still did that, where I like threw in a bonus. Were they grateful? No. Did they send me extra money? No. And so really, it's in my newest boundaries, I really don't throw in these extras. You pay for it. And then the thing I want you to think about is if you went to the car lot, for any of my other entrepreneurs who do services or do high level things, like I work with, let's say that you're a therapist, for example, different than B2B like me, but you've been in business for 30 years and you're wanting to move to the online coaching thing. Well, do you need to only get charged $100, $150 an hour like when you first started? Or do you say, no, I create transformation. I've got 30 years of experience. I know how to look exactly at what's going on in your marriage and help you fix it fast or break up if that's your goal. Do you see what I'm saying? When you're an expert in your field, even if you're new to the online space, you deserve to be paid a certain amount that newbies don't, because that's called experience. Okay, so back to that is when you list things in an invoice, and this is a part of like the packaging, and you're very clear, you can then say, I would be happy to do that for you if you want to, unless you don't like working with that client. But let's say you like working with them, say, I would be happy to do that for you. Would you like to do a short call, or I can send you an estimate of how much extra that's going to cost you? You guys with me? So this is very empowering. We don't do freebies, we don't do bonuses, and we don't do discounts and deals. And that I wish I knew. It has cost me hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. It has cost me my feelings because I did care if they were happy or not. But one thing I've learned is people are people, whether they're working with you or somebody else. So that means like they're like that if they went and bought a car. So back to the car analogy, I want you to hear this. People can get the extras with you. If somebody wants tech support or extra one-to-one calls, that is the equivalent though of, let's say you're going to buy a vehicle and you're buying a new one and you're like, I want leather seats. They're like, okay, it's gonna cost you, $10,000 extra for that. And you're like, oh no, why can't you like, this is what it is. If you want the hard top on the Jeep, like I have Jeep, so I know like that stuff. If you want the fancy like screen in there, the backup window, the backup camera, okay, well I want it, but I don't want to pay extra. Who does that? Things cost money, and the same way you can't negotiate with terrorists, you really cannot negotiate with people asking this. And in fact, it's usually a red flag. I will tell you, they're not going to be nice to work with. So the thing about higher level people, when you do charge more money, and this is back to the worth, is that like they're actually way more hands off. You know why? Because they don't have the time to micromanage you, because they're doing the thing they're meant to be doing. So to my fellow service providers here, anybody who's providing a service, like people that you want to work with. So let's make this applicable. One is this. I wish I had listed out, and I could divide these all up, but this is just what's coming in flow around the thing of charging your worth, believing in yourself, and not being a people pleaser. So that all is related to your finances in your business, because if you're a people pleaser, you're going to charge less thinking that's going to make them happy. It won't. Your prices are your prices. You need to come up with those prices, and yes, you need to look at the marketplace, but not always. I charge quite a bit above what a funnel builder is, but I'm not a beginner funnel builder. I've actually helped people make their first 5 figures, 6 figures, 7, 8, 9 figures. So why in the world would I charge what, other funnel builders, okay, go hire them. That's not how I work. I want it to look a certain way. If I'm putting my name on it, I'm going to be proud of it. So one, for my fellow service providers in particular, get your sales PDF and make it extremely clear what you're offering. 2, make the invoice match the sales PDF, what you're sending the client. If they ask for things outside of the invoice, politely let them know you'd be happy to do that. It will cost between this much, and let's get on a call. If they say, oh, no, thank you, fine. It's okay. You saved your time. They didn't pay any money, but you're not doing work for free. Say it out loud with me. I don't work for free. I don't give discounts. I don't give deals anymore. And I'm telling you, you will thank yourself, because those things never actually make anyone happy. Okay? And if you ever, I want to ask you this question. Has you trying to make somebody happy ever made them happy? No, it doesn't work. So here is my call to arms for my fellow entrepreneurs. The thing I wish I learned in business immediately. Know what your worth is, not just financially. Know your energy, what kind of people you want to work with. So here's some homework for you. One is make a list in a Google document. Like today, make this list, okay? And make it qualities of people I hate working with. And then you're going to make one qualities of people I love working with. And really, I like to have them on the same page, and I put it in a Google document, in my Google Drive, put it in your business folders. If you've not done this already, or if you need to do a refresher, qualities I hate, people blaming me, people trying to undercharge me, gossips about me, slander, somebody who asks for a refund, somebody who does a chargeback. That's stealing. You paid for my work. You want to write down the qualities, and then what's going to happen is you're going to find the qualities of people you love to work with: appreciative, pay in full, have more than enough, money on hand, nice, again, kind, refer me people. Do you see how this happens? Now, then you're going to be looking for green flags in people. When you research your prospective client, you should go to their Facebook profile, to their Instagram, see how they talk about others. I'm going to tell you right now, people that complain about things in life are going to complain about you. So look for those people that are kind, are compassionate, are positive, and those are going to be your best clients. And again, even if somebody doesn't have the money to work with you, even if they bought a course from you that's lower ticket, they're going to be those amazing, like, street marketers for you in the music business. That's what we call it, like a street team. Like, even if they'll refer you business, they'll refer you clients, because they're just those people. So that is my number one on getting started, things I wish I knew when I first started in business. It covers a lot of ground. And real quick, there's a couple really important books that I do want to recommend, and I will put them here in the comments. One is You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. 2 is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. 3 is The Wisdom of Florence Scovel Shinn. I will put those links in the description here for you to click it very easily. And I look forward to seeing you as part of the series. Let me know if you like this, subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free, and let's go rock this day. Go create your dream life, your dream business. Let's go.